Chapter 44 Arrival at Songjia Sect. A few days later, the King Sect, in the middle of a pavilion, Shang, of the wall letter in his hand, his eyes slightly narrowed, and behind him stood a Song Armor Sect disciple, extremely respectful. Snap, Sheng closed the war book, his face grim. Patriarch, disciple has already hidden very stealthily, but somehow it was still discovered. Gu Han surrounded me with a group of villains, and then gave me this to hand over to Patriarch. Disciple didn't dare to delay, and came back right away. That Song Armor Sect disciple frowned. A war letter, hair, ha 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 ha, yellow-mouthed child. I haven't seen you for half a year, and you dare to take liberties with me. A scowl appeared on Sheng's face. Patriarch, the 28 heaven and earth vertical and horizontal formations are set up outside the ancient mansion. The disciples don't dare to approach, so they don't know much about the news of the ancient mansion. HMPH, 28 heaven and earth vertical and horizontal formations. It's just as well that he can place it in the ancient mansion, but he actually threatened to challenge me. I'll be waiting at the King Sect to see how you can set up another grand formation in front of me. Humph, Sheng utter cold snort. Boom. Ancient Sea's battle book in his hand was instantly shaken into powder. From now on, everyone will take turns patrolling around the mountain. As soon as Gu Hai's 3,000 people arrive, notify me immediately. Sheng said in a cold voice. Yes. Within the Chen Kingdom, the shopping center. Higher, heave, rumble. Outside the mall, a group of cavalrymen in armor were amongst the fast running away, leaving behind a trail of smoke and dust. At the entrance of the city lord of the mall was amongst the people who were respectfully escorting them. City lord, what group of people are these? You personally received them to see them off. A subordinate curiously said. This is the Emperor's Imperial Army, going to the south on business, and brought the Emperor's Imperial Decree. Don't nag, the city lord coldly grunted. Oh. The cavalry quickly ran. The general was very strange, but in the center of the cavalry, there was a group of people hiding in the center. It was none other than Gu Hai, Gao Xianzi, Chen Tronshan, Scar and Shangguan Scar. My lord, now that we are in disguise and traveling all the way south, we should be able to conceal ourselves from the Song Armor Sect disciples, right? Chen Tronshan was worried. Don't worry, if we can come out, no one will find out, and now that our identity is that of the Imperial Guards of the Great Chen Kingdom, and with the Holy Decree in hand, no one will suspect us, Gu Hai said in a deep voice. Yes, Chen Tronshan answered. How much longer until we reach Songjiazong? Gu Hai asked in a deep voice. 5 days, 5 more days, and we'll be able to see where the Song Armor Sect is, Chen Tronshan affirmed. Well, try to find Long Wanqing first, Gu Hai nodded. Higher. The group of horses were in the midst of a fast gallop. After another 3 days, the group arrived outside a small town. My lord, this town, it's so silent. Gao Xianzi's face changed and said. Recognize. Gu Hai looked at Gao Xianzi. Yes, my subordinate has already led the troops and was stationed here for a while. This town has a few thousand people living in it. It should be abuzz with sound. How come there is not a single silhouette? Gao Xianzi said in surprise. Search, Gu Hai commanded. Yes. The 3,000 villains quickly dispersed in all directions and began to search, house by house, but there was just no sign of anyone. My lord, not a single person. Gao Xianzi frowned. Stay down first, send people to patrol in all directions, and catch up tomorrow, Gu Hai said in a deep voice. Yes, the crowd responded. Gu Hai and his party were temporarily stationed. The crowd of villains rested until midnight, when a sound came from outside Gu Hai's door. My lord, there is news, Gao Xianzi called out from outside the door. Who? Gu Hai immediately got up and opened the door of his room, only to see a villain who was currently dusty and anxious. My lord, the people in this town have been found, in the valley in front, just, that wicked man said with an ugly face. 1 hour later, 3,000 villains and Gu Hai came together above a huge valley. The people lay down on top of the valley and looked into it. However, they saw that the valley was brightly lit. About 500 people were tied up on the ground horizontally, having been disemboweled. There were about 100 white-clothed men and women, who were currently in the middle of laughing openly, with scarlet chi surrounding their bodies, and their hair had all turned into a single snake head. Ka-ka-ka-ka-ka-ka-ka-ka-ka. The snake heads emitted click-click-click-click sounds as they lengthened, drilling into the chests of the people, gnawing on the hearts and livers of the people. The scene was extremely oozing. 500 people had all died, and before they died, their faces showed desperate horror. There had been struggles, but they couldn't struggle. Ha 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 ha. Eldest brother, I'll toast you. Eldest senior brother, because by you, our batch was ranked ahead for transformation. I feel like my whole body is full of power. Eldest senior brother, this feels so good. I didn't even dare to see blood before. Now I feel that this human heart is the most delicious thing in the world. One bite of it, and it's as if the pores of my whole body are stretching out. No, I think human liver is delicious. Human heart, human liver. Eldest brother, the others were sent to the clan. Thanks to eldest brother, we withheld these 500. This meal, it's so comfortable. What if I still want to eat? We'll go back for more tomorrow. Ha ha ha. Again. The group of devils below were drinking wine, while in the midst of open laughter. This is a bonfire party. Gao Xian's eyelids fluttered wildly. Man-eating, a cannibalism convention. I used to be disgusted for half a day just eating a mouse. These guys, they actually eat people. A wave of anger flashed through Scar's eyes. Song Armor Sect disciples. They are all Song Armor Sect disciples, Chen Chunchen said with an ugly face. Half human, half demon. Demonic body are. They'll get more and more addicted to eating people. That one town, it seems, is all in trouble, Shangwen Scar said with a slight sigh. Gu Hai stared at the bottom of the valley, and his eyelids also fluttered furiously. An orgy for cannibalism. Hair, a hideousness flashed in Gu Hai's eyes. My lord. Kill. Just leave a few alive for questioning. A cold light flashed in Gu Hai's eyes as he said, yes. At once, a group of villains drew their bows and arrows. What person? A shout came steeply from the valley. Release. Gu Hai let out a cold shout. Boom. At that instant, 3,000 bows and arrows rushed straight down. Ah ha ah ah. At once, a large chorus of screams came from the valley. Run, run, help, release again. Boom, boom, boom. Another round of arrows rained down. After the bow kill, a group of villains pounced down with their swords and daggers, charging straight towards the Song Armor Sect disciples. At this moment, of the 100 Song Armor Sect disciples, only a dozen or so were left with the power to act. But at this moment, so what if they had the power to act? 3,000 villains were waiting. Even though their strength had skyrocketed 5 times, they were still facing villains that were 1-4-10. Rumble. In the blink of an eye, there were still 10 left alive. Who are you people? We are disciples of the Song Armor Sect. Do you want to die? Let me go, let me go. The 10 people were in the midst of begging for mercy, but the crowd of villains looked at them with gazes that had long since turned into deep disgust. Gu Hai's group slowly stepped into the valley. Scar in. Take these 500 people's corpses and bury them. Gu Hai sighed slightly. Yes, Scar answered. A group of Zhuan Department disciples quickly went to dig a pit, dug the pit, collected the bodies of the people, and slowly proceeded to bury them. Regarding this group of cannibalistic Songjia Sect disciples, Gu Hai had been coldly watching. Gao Xianzi and Chen Chongchen were in charge of the interrogation. We don't know. We were all unconscious at the time. Then we woke up and were transformed. More than a month ago, Patriarch returned from the Dafeng gang and brought back a black-robed man. We don't know. I used to not eat people either. But now that I see people, I can't help but want to eat their hearts and livers. We don't want to. Spare us. During the interrogation, this group of Song Armor Sect disciples didn't dare to hide. Where is the first-grade hallmaster? Imprisoned? Gu Hai asked in a deep voice. I don't know. I really don't know. The crowd of Song Armor Sect disciples anxiously said. Gu Hai narrowed his eyes at the group of half-human, half-demon monsters and said in a cold voice, Gao Xianzi, as in the case of the Dafeng gang, have them explain all that they can, and ask for everything they know about the Song Armor Sect's topography, and what they know. Yes, Gao Xianzi answered. By dawn, everything that should be asked had been asked. Gu Hai also had an internal map of Song Sect in his hands. My lord, Song Armor Sect has a mounting guard formation. Everyone who enters and exits has to confirm their identity. And, even though Sheng is no longer in the sect, there is still that mysterious black-robed man, no, the mysterious snake demon, who sits in Song Armor Sect. Us, Chen Chongchen said with worry on his face. We must save the first-grade hallmaster, Long Wanqing, Gu Hai said in a deep voice. Yes, my lord. What about these half-human, half-demon monsters? Gao Xianzi asked. Gu Hai coldly glanced at them, along with the other monsters. Incinerate them. Yes. Don't spare our lives. We don't dare. The monsters were in the midst of begging for mercy. But, at this moment, there was no one to pity them at all. Cannibalism, when executed, bared. The crowd of devils were chopped under the sword. After settling the crowd of Song Armor Sect disciples, Gu Hai and his group once again hit the road. Along the way, the faces of the 3,000 evil people were all incredibly gloomy, because as the Song Armor Sect got closer and closer, almost all the towns and even villages were empty. The people in the surroundings had all been brought into the Song Armor Sect. A chill ran through everyone. Song Jiazong, are they really reckless? How many people would this eat? When they reached the uninhabited place, the people also shed their armor and resumed their walking clothes at the beginning, in the midst of running quickly through the mountains and forests. After another day, everyone stopped and looked into the distance. In the distance, countless clouds and haze shrouded a large area. Some Song Armor Sect disciples could be vaguely seen moving in and out. And not far away, at a valley, there were even teams of people being whipped into the Song Armor Sect's great formation. My lord, this is Song Armor Sect. The guarding formation is Golden Armor Crystal Formation, sturdy and incomparable. 100 Yuanying realm at the same time, can't be broken. It is the strongest guarding formation in 9 and 5 islands. Chen Chongchen looked into the distance and said in a deep voice,